Short background story of COVID-19 in Nigeria. The most popular black nation in the world, that is Nigeria, confirmed its first case of coronavirus on February 27, 2020 in Lagos, that is a popular city in Nigeria, through an Italian citizen entering the country which shown the symptoms and was isolated for treatment. Ever since treatment of Italian citizen, awareness on care and how to detect symptoms has been created throughout the varying forms of media as Health Ministry of the country, Nigeria, and continue to update daily. Pandemic in Nigeria economic sector and music industry. Economic crisis or recessions are often caused by market corrections, market failure, external trade and price shocks, political instability, and civil unrest through protest among others. Economic crises are not new in Nigeria. During the 2016 economic crisis, the Monetary Authority in Nigeria defended the local currency from forced devaluation against the dollar and adopted a merged float foreign exchange system, which worked well from 2016 to 2019. After the 2016 economic crisis or recession, it was widely believed that unexpected and sustained decline in oil prices was the most important cause of economic crisis in Nigeria. But in 2020, nobody thought that a public health crisis could trigger an economic crisis in the country. What made 2020 economic crisis different from other economic crises or recessions in Nigeria was the most economic agents who could have helped to revive the economy were unable to engage in economic activities due to fear of contracting COVID-19 disease. Also, economic agents did not engage in economic activities when the government imposed and enforced its social distancing rules and movement lockdown in Abuja, Lagos, and Ogun State on the 30th March 2020. However, Nigeria has been tackling the COVID-19 pandemic, which affected economic activity of the country in different sectors. All employees are being asked to work from home. Organizations and offices are being closed. Markets closed. Social gatherings are suspended and entertainment sector, that is music performance, events or tours are being postponed due to this breakout. A lot of people in Nigeria lost their job because of economic fall and they become unemployment.
My name is Austin Emielu. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a musician, a music producer, a former studio owner, a sound engineer, and right now I teach in the university, so I'm a professor of music. So I combine both theory and practice, So I crisscross the academia. Making involves social interaction, you know, and COVID-19 came to disrupt that social interaction, between people, between musicians. Again, popular music, which is the commercial music we talk about, is also located within an economy, within a political economy. And so with the lockdown, with the pandemic, restrictions in international travel, the lull in trading, international trade, lockdown and all, the economy also went down in many places. In fact, many private companies couldn't pay their staff. They had to lay them off. So if popular music exists within a political economy, within an economic framework, of course, it will affect the fortunes of musicians.
As we heard it from Professor Austin, pandemic period in Nigeria, that is effect of COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria music industry, that is what is happening during the pandemic. According to Billboard, every day after April 1st, that live leisure can't put on a concert, it loses $30.3 million in revenue. The global music industry is bound to grow some effects of COVID-19, and as the recording sector has sorted to other, that is digital, means to stay afloat, the live sector has submitted to inactivities. Meanwhile, its players exploit possible ways forward in absence of physical gatherings. The pandemic has oppressed the industry towards live streaming, though its sustainability, both financial and experimentally, has since been subjected to security. Live entertainment like Live Nation, Giddy Festival, Experience, that is gospel live concert in Lagos, which include all gospel artists all over the nation and others. According to PwC, Nigeria is one of the fastest growing markets with total recorded music revenue to reach $40 million in 2023. The nation has since become a terrorist destination, constitutive of its recorded outputs, live entertainment, and culture, with attestation from global heavyweights. For Afrobeats, live performance are a major revenue source, with streaming still very much in its infancy. Spotify is yet to launch. Apple Music, YouTube Music, and Deezer are however available in the region valued at $9,000, which is an equivalent of $299. Hence, the bulk of its players' revenue hinges on concerts, festival, and international tour.
They resorted to social media, and some who are rich like Naira Marley, did a concert on May 30th, 2020, which was streamed live on YouTube. So those who can afford to have YouTube channel did. If not, you can just do something small and put out there. So all you needed to do was just to get data. So the solo artists, yes, they could adapt. They were
Forgotten year 2020 for Nigerian artists and golden transformation. The COVID-19 has had a significant impact on Nigerian music industry and it across the sector's entertainment, which cannot be forgotten. Music is one of the successful business in Nigeria, if not major in entertainment generally. Many Nigerian artists find it difficult to survive and move on during this pandemic due to lockdown everywhere, which does not give room for live performances and tours. Also affect country economy. Many has a lot of responsibility in the family to perform, but no more daily or weekly income to carry out these tasks. Several album releases has been delayed, such as well as affect total lost revenue for live performance in 2020. During this pandemic, a lot of artists find it difficult to move on because they base their life on daily income. They base their life on weekly income, that is live performances. When I'm talking about those artists, we have them like hip hop artists or solo artists like also gospel artists who perform solely because there is no social gathering. All an event have been shut down because Nigerian must perform a role or task or ceremony or festival every weekend. But when the lockdown happen or occur, no more live performances. So all those artists find it difficult, and why some make use of this pandemic to scrape through. Some of them, we have one of the Nigerian producer, popularly known as Koban Azuko. He released one of his song in his home studio and put it on the social media because most of them are using this medium. Most of them that make use of this time, they use this medium to help the government to communicate with them, to communicate to people public that coronavirus is real. Stay at home, don't shake hand, maintain social distancing, use nose mask. These are the few artists who make use of that period of lockdown. I'm talking about Koban Azuko, one of Nigeria's biggest artists and producer. He titled his song We Go Win. That is, we are going to win.
My brother, my sister, papa, mama, and pikin. Corona, no big pass us. We go fight time, we go win. As long as we remember to always do the right thing. Wash your hands, love each other, we go win. Oh. Corona, not the virus, we dey worry human being. E no get Lego, but e dey waka from person to person. But we fit beat time, we fit stop am if we maintain good hygiene and practice social distancing. We go win.
What are the unforgettable events in 2020 in Nigerian music industry? Year 2020 cannot be forgotten in music industry as COVID-19 pandemic claimed millions of lives globally. Local lockdowns met restrictions on movement and crackdown on gatherings, and there was a massive reduction in income for musicians who rely on live performance. It also brought effectiveness to digital world. That is, some of Nigerian artists make use of social platforms for their music promotion than before during the second wave of lockdown, while some composers make use of it for their next album by writing new songs because they have mini studio in their various home. Example of them are Davido, who cancelled a tour to Northern America and settled down to write a song, compose a song, which he called their album Better Time. We also have Teniola Apata, Nigerian female artist popularly known as Tenny Makanaki, who also used that period to write a song, to compose songs, and produce an album called Wonderland. And Mr. P, one of the twin in P Square record, he also used that period to compose and release a song called The Prodigal. During this same pandemic, one of the Afro artists called Burna Boy also had a YouTube concert with American artists and won Grammy Award of the Best Global Music Album. Nigerian music industry after pandemic, that is post-pandemic. Research made us to understand that there is still hope for Nigerian music industry after the pandemic. According to Professor Austin Emielu in our interview, he said, and I quote, Nigerian artists were very determined and strong to adapt to any forms of changes because COVID-19 has taught them a lot of things and how to stand on their feet. New technology has emerged by Nigerian artists during pandemic through social media to promote their music and make money through the platform?
You see, there's a lot of future for music and the arts in Nigeria. First of all, Nigerians are very creative people. Nigerians are very daring, very ambitious, very adventurous, very resilient. So the COVID, yes, it came, but it will have even strengthened them more to do more. So I see the music industry in the post-COVID era, blossoming. So all you need to do is just, first of all, the musicians have learned other ways of doing business.
Music.
So you don't have to play every time on stage and people gather. Now you talk about virtual concerts. Virtual concerts. So I think we have learned new things as musicians. So like me, I did not when I did my album, I did not launch it. So now my single, my album is being distributed by DistroKid in the US. So when I finish from studio, I move to my laptop and log into my DistroKid account and upload my music. So they distribute to Amazon, to iTunes, to Apple Music, to TikTok and Deezer and all those platforms. So before COVID, I didn't have those ideas. I was going to do a launch and invite people, print CDs and distribute. But now this is so in my bedroom, in my house, I can just upload my music. That day, I remember I moved from the studio straight to my office and uploaded the music. And the next day it was everywhere.